AbbVie stock was hammered in June when the pharmaceutical company unveiled its $63 billion plan to acquire Botox-maker Allergan. However, the deal is intended to help AbbVie diversify away from Humira because Humira will lose patent protection in the U.S. in 2023. But analysts doubt Allergan's pipeline and the cash cow that is Botox. So, let's continue our series on AbbVie. Investors have long wanted for AbbVie to acquire something to diversify itself from Humira. Amgen, Novartis, Mylan, and Biogen with partner Samsung have launched Humira biosimilars in Europe. Deals with AbbVie will allow them to launch in the U.S. in 2023. Coherus Biosciences will also launch a Humira biosimilar in the U.S. in 2023. Since this is all known information, the only real question for investors that remains is AbbVie stock a buy right now? As we'll see here in the charts, AbbVie stock isn't currently forming a definitive entry point. Since early 2018, AbbVie stock has been entrenched in a downtrend as the S&P 500 mostly climbed. This means investors would have been better off buying the S&P 500 rather than AbbVie stock. But now, the future of AbbVie stock is definitively tied to its acquisition of Allergan. So investors need to look for any changes in the outlook for AbbVie earnings and sales as that merger date approaches. But also keep an eye out for any patent battles that pit Humira against biosimilars from other pharmaceutical companies. And we're looking here at the monthly chart because the monthly is really in control. So we're not going to look at the weekly or the daily. We'll stick here with the monthly chart. And as you can see, AbbVie is currently trading at $68.11 midday on Friday. The symbol is ABBV, and for disclosure purposes, I do not hold any shares of AbbVie at this time. So the important thing to look at here in this chart is that it is trying to base in this area here. Whether it's going to be successful or not, time will only tell. But it does look like it's attempting to set up a base. Now, here in the MACD, you can see that the fast line still has a very big separation from the slow line. Fast line under zero, the slow line approaching the zero line here relatively quickly. There is a pretty good separation between the two, which means a lot of time has to pass before this truly is a buy. But in the last, say, month or so, the fast line has started to curve a little bit to the side, so showing a bit of improvement. And you can see that improvement here in the histogram in the last, say, month or so, where there's a little bit of a bottoming process trying to occur. We also see that process here in the price rate of change. Definitely that lower point there. We've improved with this lower point here, definitely on its way up. The trend is on the way up. And also the fast line is trying to cross through that slow line here, and I think it will relatively soon, but we still are at negative 25, so that's fairly weak. So it needs more strength and more time to heal. But the RSI shows that that healing process has also begun. You can see here that that basing is trying to occur in this period here, but with a relative weak 33.39, a lot of repair needs to be done before at least I would say it's a buy. But definitely there are some very good signs of a bottoming process. Look here at the stochastics. You can definitely see before the last time we looked at AbbVie, the fast line was moving in parallel with the slow line. Well, the fast line now has curved and broken through just barely, if you can see, the slow line. So definitely there is improvement. That is looking good. The volume is a little bit better too. At least we've got a green line going instead of these three red bars. But even in that sense, the red bars are declining. So the sellers are starting to dissipate. Moving here into the Williams, we definitely see a bottom or basing pattern occurring. So the next thing we want to watch is for this to move beyond the oversold territory and head up to that midline and then hopefully higher. But I think that's the direction it's going. It's just going to take some time. Going back here to the MACD tells us it's going to take some time because it needs to close the difference between the fast line and the slow line. But I think that bottoming process is also beginning to occur. Back up to the price chart. Keep watching the price, but keep watching those oscillators. I think better things are in store for AbbVie in the future. So keep your eye on it. And if you're testing the waters now in buying, well, just understand that there's more risk to that than waiting for some of the oscillators to truly show signs of improvement. And so for today, that's ChewDog Charts. Thank you.